Hello everybody, today we're going to be making Brunswick Stew. I found the internet recipe, I modified it to what I can do with it, and we're going to be using butter, potatoes, corn, tomatoes, peppers, and onions, chicken thighs, pulled pork that has some of the sauce in it already, garlic, beef stock, salt and pepper, and a few other tiny seasonings along the way to cook it. So, let's get going. Alright, we're going to use our Instapot to get the chicken thighs to be shredded. So, I've salt and peppered them. Put oil in the bottom. Now, be spreading them out. Saute. And there we have our chicken thighs that are going to be searing for 5 minutes on each side. I'm going to be quickly putting some salt and pepper on the one side. And then switching over. Alright, when those finish cooking up on both sides really well, I'm going to add a cup of water. We're going to be putting our lid on and cooking them on high pressure for 15 minutes. And then pulling the chicken thighs apart to make shredded chicken thighs. We're going to let that cook for 15 minutes. And while we're going to do that, we're going to go start the base of our soup. Alright, we're going to get out the pot that we're cooking our stew in, and I'm going to add a buttload of butter. To that, I'm going to be adding our onions, our green peppers. I'm going to add some pork that I need to get rid of. Alright, we have our leftover pork and our onions and peppers cooking, and we're going to add our dry ingredients to that first, which is salt, pepper, paprika, and some allspice pretty much. Not actual allspice, but one that has onion powder and garlic in it. Now stir that up before we add in our wet. Now, we have a little bit of ketchup, garlic, and Worcestershire sauce. Normally we'd have a lot more liquid to put in right now, but I got my pulled pork with some sauce in it already, so I'm going to be substituting some of that for some of the ketchup and other things I would have been putting in. Here we go. Alright, and then I'm going to be adding my pulled pork that I bought for it into this, and as you can see, it comes with a lot of sauce. Sweet sauce of all things. Come on, pork, you know you want to join your brethren in the pot. Good boy. We're going to be mixing that in thoroughly and waiting for our chicken to come out. Now that we have that all mixed in, we're going to go see how our chicken's doing. Alright, our chicken thighs are all done. We just got to pull them apart and add them to the stew. Alright, we have got all of our meat into our stew, and the last thing to do, other than in the broth, is add our potatoes, our can of tomato, and our can of corn. Now I'm going to put about, eyeballing it, a cup of our broth in. Stir that in thoroughly, and we are going to turn our heater down to low. I'm going to let this cook for a couple hours. It's technically already cooked. I just want it to all kind of, blend in together a little better. If I add anything to it during the cooking process, I'll either show you or mention it. But here we go.